This picture was from 2018. My family and I went back to Cambodia for my brother's wedding.
As soon as I saw this project, I knew exactly what photograph I would choose. The picture was actually taken in our dining room of our little post-war suburban neighborhood.
This was taken on my parents' farm. The group of people are the adults that were involved in what we called butchering, in other words, processing animals.
Speaking of a farm, here's one in India of my grandmother from my mom's side, and I think that's me on the cart. So on my mom's side, like her cousins also owned a farm.
Our family didn't take a lot of pictures, but what we do have does bring back memories.
I feel like I've seen this in my history book before.
A picture like this is just a real special thing.
I pulled up a couple more photos of my own to share with you.
I didn't think life is so important, like taking photos and record everything, and like sharing stories with others is also like a really nice way, like to have a really nice conversation.
The thing that I thought was fascinating too was to pick a photograph and to realize how many stories are within one photograph. I had no idea picking just a picture of our wedding party. There are 1,000 stories in there.
I'm hoping to do a project similar to this with my grandmother, get to be able to share her story with my kids one day.
Please talk to your family, because, or those people who you want to be your family. Because there's sometimes family members are not really something you want to be involved with. And you have that right. If there's not a cool connection there, it's not working, find other family members. Doesn't have to be biological.
The vulnerability that you brought to our conversations is inspiring to me, and you changed my perspective or broadened my perspective on what it means to have a family and how it's really just the people who you choose around you who you love. And so thank you for our conversations. They've been really meaningful and impactful to me.
She shared some really interesting stories and taught me some life lessons that I'll hold with me forever.
Something I'll definitely take away with or like leave with is Sharon's message to me to talk to my family while I still can.
Even though there's differences and it's all across the country, there's still a common thread that we can find, and the photograph just gave us that easier access to the thread.
Perhaps the thing I'll take away most from it is just kindness. It's just really cool to like meet her through a photo. And I know it's like we come from like very different backgrounds and have very different stories and experience. But I think the thing that brought us together most was just kindness and like the willingness to just kind of share whatever we want and like no judgment or anything.
Right now, during this pandemic, self-quarantine, I've talked to several people who agree that for maybe the first time in our adult lives, we have time to think and process and remember.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.